Tina and I have been together for 20 years. Our marriage has had its share of ups and downs. We've even gone through a divorce. Yes, you heard right. Tina and I have been married to each other twice.
And through it all, we've learned that our relationship could only grow with God in the middle, bringing us together on purpose, in purpose, for His divine purpose.
So now we're sharing our story with the goal to encourage and inspire other married couples to love each other as God loves them.
Our family is reconciled. Our relationship is stronger than it's ever been.
Because we know with God in the middle of it all, we can handle anything.
We're not perfect, but we're perfect for each other.
And that's the beauty of it. Because with His love and our love, it's all love. Good Saturday morning. Glad y'all made it. Y'all are here. Thank you guys for hanging with us so much. Before we get started, I want to ask a quick question. You ready for the question?
What's the question?
The question is, now that Thanksgiving is over, we dealt with the leftovers, right?
Okay.
The leftovers are good,
Yeah.
but to an extent. So the question is, how long do you guys keep Thanksgiving leftovers? I know for me, I might keep them for maybe a day or two.
If they last a day or two.
True, true. But I seen this thing where people say they go up to 4 days.
It can last up to 4 days.
Yeah, no, it can't.
Yes, it
No,
can.
it cannot. That's when
It
you start
can.
getting the stomach issues and stuff like that.
All depends on what you hold them for 4 days, though.
The medical condition is called the BGs.
The BGs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know they didn't come here for all of that.
No.
I was just asking a question. I was just asking just to see what we were gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So let's get past all of that. Glad Thanksgiving is wrapped up. Everything is good. We're moving into the last month of this year, being 2023. That means for us, we only have 3 love episodes left. You know, that's kind of
3?
3. Yeah.
In 2023.
In 2023, yes.
3 in
3
2023.
left in 2023.
One for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, I see what you did there. I like that. I like that. As is our custom, what we do at the end of this month is that we take that holiday break, right?
Yeah.
We spend time with family. We spend time with friends. We hang out for Christmas. We bring in the new year. So what we're going to do with those 3 remaining love episodes for this year, we're going to have some fun. This is being one of them. But on the 16th of December, we're going to have our annual Q&A with the Jacksons.
Cool.
So when we do our Q&A, send in the questions to our email right here. And send us a question or 12 or however many you have. And what we do is we sit and we read those questions and we ask them right then and there. We don't prep ourselves. We don't, you know what I mean? We just kind of...
No prepping?
No prepping.
Just off the
Just
dome.
go for it.
Wow.
That's what we do.
Okay.
And it's fun. Like, if y'all haven't seen it, we have a couple of Q&As with the Jacksons.
Yeah,
go back and
last year
check
we
them out,
did.
man. It's
did.
fun. It's super fun. I think one of them, we finally decided once and for all that I was the funny one. I thank you guys for asking that question. That was awesome. But now that we got all of that homework and stuff done, some of that housekeeping.
I'm going to behave myself.
We got some of that housekeeping done.
Because it's all love.
Let's go ahead and get into this love episode, right? But before we do all of that, y'all know what it is. I'm Brian. How you doing? And this one right here is my gift from heaven. She is my priceless, precious present from him to me. That's a beautiful situation.
All
Boy,
right
I tell
now.
you what.
Hey.
She's my wife, Christina. Please say hi to the people.
Hey, y'all. Glad y'all could make it. A gift, huh?
Uh-huh. Leave it right there. Leave it right there.
I'm just saying, people
PG.
like gifts.
They do.
When you get a gift,
Uh-huh.
you unwrap it. And that's
And
all
we're
I'm going to say about
we're
that.
going to move on because we got to keep this friendly for the people.
Oh, it's friendly, all right. Hey, it's for married couples.
Listen,
We all grown.
I got you. Moving on. I don't know about y'all and y'all family, but with us, in the latter part of the year, the second half of the year. I'm sure you guys have heard this before in previous love episodes. We have a very busy time. Starting
6 months of the
in
year, yeah.
starting in August. I know in July we have, my birthday. Okay, woo. but but starting in August, that's when things get really hot and heavy. In August, we have 2 birthdays and an anniversary. In September, we have a birthday. In October, we have a birthday. And then you have Thanksgiving in November, and then you have Christmas in December. So we got a lot moving and we got a lot going on. We are not short on events.
No.
But it's the 2 events at the last part of the year that can really shake the money tree if you let it.
Yeah.
And this can put a squeeze on not just the wallet, but on the family, and it can cause some, I think we call them heated fellowships. We call them heated fellowships.
Arguments.
Okay. Between you and your spouse. So what we're going to do is we're going to avoid all of that.
Yeah.
We're going to avoid the Christmas craziness, the holiday hassles with the financials in this love episode entitled, Don't Lose Your Home for the Holidays. It's so awesome when you have those movies and things, and they're always talking about, I'm coming home for the holidays. Well, this is where we don't lose our home for the holidays. Things can, like you said, they can get stressful if you allow them to be.
Right.
But we all know this is not the time to be stressing and being frustrated and all those anxiety-driven and anxiety-ridden type of things. This is a time, especially during Christmas, for family. We are supposed to be celebrating the birth of Jesus.
Right.
We are supposed to be having a good time.
Yep.
And this is when I get to win at Monopoly. This is what we do. You know the routine. You know the routine.
Starting early, huh?
I mean,
You starting early?
we have to bring that up.
See, this is exactly the reason why we don't own a Monopoly board.
The reason why we don't own a Monopoly board is because the last time we played, you flipped it.
The reason we don't own a Monopoly board
should get into
is
that.
because somebody needs to learn how to play according to the instructions.
Now, I'm going to tell you who needs to learn how to play according to the instructions.
It is written. Let me show y'all. It is written in Proverbs. See, I'm not even going to argue. You can argue me all day, but you can't argue the word. Proverbs 19, verse 20 in the English Standard Version.
Okay.
It says, listen to advice
Okay.
and accept instruction,
Okay.
that you may gain wisdom in the future of your Monopoly plan.
So let me use that that sound guidance and that sound advice, and I'm going to give some advice to a person that should accept this wisdom, Tim. And you don't
Call people out.
I am. You don't collect when you land on go and then you pass go. That's not $400, man. It's, you gotta go past it. It's only $200, man.
Bring it back. Bring it back. We on the love episode. We could talk about that when
My
we
fault.
go.
My fault.
Oh Lord.
Listen.
Ooh,
Listen.
y'all
listen,
help me.
Listen.
Gosh.
We honestly had to stop playing Monopoly, and y'all see why.
Don't even
Because
own the
it
board.
because it gets crazy and it gets real. Look,
Yeah.
if Uno can divide a family, Monopoly will tear that bad boy apart. Y'all see what it is. Y'all see how the thing. You know what I mean? We getting amped up and everything.
No Monopoly this year.
But seriously, when we're looking at financial strains,
Yeah.
we're talking about those could have been avoided situations where time is crippling us and it's stressful, and we have to go get this gift and we have to go get that gift,
Yeah.
and we have to do the grandiose and the over the top and make this wonderful situation happen. I was watching a show called Blackish, and they were doing their Christmas show, and the dad was like, I got to give my kids everything that they need, and his dad was trying to say, you do a little bit too much. So they had what was called the Secret Christmas, and what happened was they go into this other room, they have a Christmas outside of the dad, and outside of the dad's dad, and the kids were like, "Is this it? That's all we get?
Wow.
That's all we got? That's it?" So, are we looking at Christmas as the material things, and we're busting our tail to do those material things, and only focus on the material things? Because if we're doing that, then that's not the fold, right? And I'm guilty of doing that myself. I know for me, I always wanted to give our kids everything I didn't have, so I would go to the Black Friday sales and do all of that crazy rugby type shopping. And real quick, shout out to everybody who did not go to Black Friday sales this year. I was looking at how people weren't going out and splurging and spending all that unnecessary money on TVs. One of the things that I saw, which was super cool, they said, hey, and they called out the retail store, and it said, instead of going half off on the TV, why don't you go half off on some groceries? I think that would have caused the riot.
Yeah.
I'd have been out there for that.
For sure,
right?
for sure.
So as we're doing all of that, right, like you said, reeling it back in, so many things come about when you're spending money that you don't have, and you're going through all these crazy times and crazy topics, and buying all this stuff and being all grandiose with it. And I got to a point myself where I was stretched and I was stressed.
Yeah.
I know people, like back in the day, I know people that would go so far as to get payday loans to go buy these gifts.
Who did that?
I wasn't gonna call nobody out. I was just saying, like, I know some people. You know what I mean?
You know some
like, I
people?
know some people.
Some people.
Outside of you, I know some other people that were doing it too.
Yeah.
And I was burning light bill money. I was burning credit cards. You know what I mean? Doing all of that stuff just to see a smile on my kid's face, and the smile was there, but in the back of my mind, I'm sweating bullets. Like, how am I going to pay rent? How am I going to buy food? Before you go out and do something slick, you have to do what Luke 14:28 says, and count the cost.
Yeah.
And when we're counting the cost, we're not just talking about money.
Right.
That is a factor. When I was out there spending and doing all this other stuff, and putting all these extravagant things under the tree, I'm bringing bags into the home, and Christina goes, "Where you get all that stuff from?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it." And then that worry turns into the next time we talk about money, and I can't buy bread, or Christina's like, "The light bill's overdue. What happened?" And now we're about to have that conversation because I didn't count that part.
Right.
You got to count and take into account, if you're not able to house your bills and do the things that you need to do and be smart, right? That's going to start the heated fellowship, or as Christina so elegantly put it, the argument.
The argument. And here's what happens with that, because for us, we had two different mentalities when it came to money. Just like he just expressed, I'd ask the question and he was just like, "Don't worry about it." Well, he didn't even get a chance to ask the question with me because I was being sneaky, just buying stuff and then just appear.
Facts.
It would just appear. And what the thing about it is, when you're married, making assumptions, making it seem like, hey, I'm going to make all of these financial decisions, not consider my spouse, not talk to my spouse about it, is not good for your marriage. The Bible challenges us to consider whether two people can walk together, and they can't unless they're agreed. So how are you going to walk together financially? How are you going to move forward financially and pay for things like college or cars or a house, some of the things that you need for your home, if you guys aren't on the same page? If you guys got two different mentalities on how to work your finances, you guys will never move forward, because you're constantly kind of going against, I'm going against what you're wanting to do.
Yep.
You're going against what I want to do. I want to be sneaky, and you want to tell me don't worry about it. I mean, it just didn't work.
How can you be married, but your money is still dating.
Ooh.
Your money's still separate. Y'all together, but your money's still separate.
Say it ain't so.
That, hey, some of the times that's the leading cause of people getting separated. That's the leading cause of some people having arguments and things like that, because you don't trust each other well enough to get past that don't worry about it or sneaky stage.
That's it. It amazes me sometimes how, and we've been guilty of it ourselves, how we value $1. And think about this: you value $1 more than you do your own body,
In
because
certain cases,
you can share that with your spouse,
in
but
certain cases.
you can't share that $1.
So,
Let's keep it moving.
if you're gonna feel the pinch from that purchase, my advice is don't do it. What Christina and I started doing when we were wanting to buy gifts and do all of that stuff that we wanted to surprise each other. We put a little something away.
Yeah.
We saved up. Starting in January, put a little something away. And when we get up to December and we want to splurge a little bit, we can, because we have that money pot set aside. We're not, stressing over how can we do this and waiting until the last minute. Everything is a proactive situation in your marriage. It has to be planned, in my opinion. You plan vacations, even if you want to go on a impromptu vacation, you still have the money pot to do so, right? So you put the stash away, you get those things and you have that fun, and you don't have to feel the sorrow.
Right.
Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it." When I want to bless my family with a little something, something, when I want to bless my wife with a little something, something, I shouldn't have to say, "Here's this gift that I'm giving you, Christina. Oh, and by the way, you should be lucky that you're getting this because I used the light bill money to pay for it." I mean, that doesn't work. You know what I mean? So make it make sense, because it makes no sense to spend dollars like that.
That's right.
Boom. See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Moral of the story is set the budget, set the limit, set the tone. Don't lose your home.
Definitely. And you have to get rid of the stinking thinking. And when I was thinking about what you were just saying just now, sometimes in relationships when, especially with ours, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm okay with the fact that you're like, you know what, this is not a good buy for us right now. I may really, really, really want it, y'all. I might really, really want it. But that's where the word comes in. You have to submit one to another. Same thing with him. He might really, really, really want something and give me every angle.
Like the belt for the Colts.
No, you don't need that. You don't need that.
I got a whole
Not
church
now.
backing me saying I
Not-
do.
You don't need
Tell
a
me.
championship belt.
Every champ needs a belt.
Get rid of the stinking thinking. Terminate it. And when you see something that is out there that you cannot afford, you get your Terminator face on. That's my Terminator face. Yeah, it's my Terminator face. And then you look at that thing in the window and you say, like the Terminator, "I'll be back."
Oh my God. Oh, I didn't
You
see
get
that.
it?
I
You're
didn't see
Terminator.
that.
You're terminating your stinking thinking.
I didn't see that.
Did you get it?
I did not see that.
No, did you get it? The Terminator face. Terminate the stinking thinking. It's funny.
Yeah.
It is.
It's hilarious.
Terminate the stinking thinking.
Right. No, I get it. I get it.
You get it?
Yeah,
Really?
I get it. I get it. Totally. Absolutely. So bouncing back from that hilariously put together
Told y'all I'm funnier than he is.
joke. if that's what it was.
It's a joke.
Okay, we'll go
It's a
with
statement joke.
that. All right. You know, you throw me off, and then I got to get back into the fold, man. We only have so much time. You know, for me,
You're right.
after all of that, what's lacking outside of a punchline?
Really?
For me, I would say we really need to hone in and focus in on what these times are for, right?
Yeah.
And these times are for family.
Yeah, they are.
These times are for hanging with each other and paying attention, right?
Right.
And sticking to those traditions and making those memories and all of that. That's what makes this time of year so valuable. That's what makes it priceless.
Because you don't know how much time you got.
Facts. Proverbs 27, 23 and 24 says, know well the condition of your flock. That means you're paying attention to your family.
Right.
Give attention to your herd. Boom. For the riches do not last forever, and does a crown endure to all generations? What will your family remember more? Will they remember the time that you bought them that one thing? You know, that one thing that you bought them that one year that they had for a little bit and then they forgot about it? Or, and hear me out, are they going to remember the atmosphere, the laughter, the playing, the traditions, the joking that we get to do, or I get to do, the you know, the stuff that you get to share, right? I want you to talk about your tradition that you absolutely love. You know what I'm talking about.
That we have to do
Right,
every year.
that we have to do every year. But I want to talk about two things that I remember, right? Do you remember the year that we bought all those Nerf guns? Oh my God, it was so fun. It was so fun. All the kids got a Nerf gun. We were like shooting each other like crazy.
It wasn't fun for me.
We were throwing like Nerf grenades. I'm jumping over couches.
I
The
was
kids,
getting hit a lot.
pop, 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 pop. It was like the funnest
Who has
thing.
a machine gun, Nerf gun?
I did, and I was walking around, getting it in, doing all kind. You know, kids was having fun.
Yeah, it was fun though.
I think I got injured, but it was totally cool. It was totally cool.
Yeah, that was a fun year.
The other year, the other one that I remember just happened recently. We had everybody over, taking a whole bunch of pictures. I made honey bun cheesecake for the first time. It did not last long at
It
all.
was last Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, didn't last long at all. That thing went quick. Like that went
Real quick.
fast. But you know, and we had some gifts and stuff like that. But don't nobody remember the gifts. Everybody remembered the fun times. We played games.
Yeah.
Y'all got me something. I don't remember. I think it's probably in the room somewhere. I don't know what it was. Yeah. But we played games. We had fun. We had laughter.
First time in a long time.
It was a blast, man. It was super fun.
Yeah.
So go ahead, talk about the tradition that we have to do. Otherwise,
year.
it's not Christmas.
Every year, sitting down with our family, hot chocolate in hand,
Facts.
with pajamas, watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, let me tell y'all something.
The Who's in Whoville.
Let me tell y'all something. All these knockoff Grinch movies, if you like them, okay, whatever. But that don't do it for you, girl. I've got to see the original. I'm talking about the 1966 cartoon movie.
Stick with the classics.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
It was
Best
dope.
Christmas
Yeah, it
movie
was dope.
ever.
And
I think it's because everybody knows that I'm like an after school special.
absolutely.
For me, you did not have to agree that
I'm
quickly.
agreeing. I'm just
Not that quickly, though.
Should have thought about it. My bad.
But I think the reason I love this movie so much is because of the character of the Grinch. He hated Christmas. He hated love. He hated people coming together. And by the end of the movie, his heart was changed. And I'm all about the redemptive story and people changing their hearts or what have you. So I think that's why that movie speaks so much to me. I mean, I know the Grinch ain't real or what have you. I can't.
But
I
the
can't remember.
message is legit, man.
Yeah.
And that's a good
Yeah.
message. But the message that I get from it is it didn't matter if the families had things under the tree
Right.
or not. They was full of
Right.
joy. They was going to continue singing.
He tried
They
to
were gonna-
steal Christmas.
They were going to have a ball. And the thing about it is, if you are so blessed to where you are balling out of control, to where you can go and buy the world, do you have fun doing it? Great.
Right.
But here's the thing. Are you setting up your family to focus on the material, or are you creating lifelong memories, right?
Right.
Remember what Proverbs said, riches don't last forever.
Yeah.
We're trying to set that lasting legacy, those inheritance type things, and pass on stuff. I'm not saying don't have fun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't, buy things. And that's not the play. What we're saying is be sensible, be smart, and have an understanding that a credit card is not a grant.
Yeah. Exactly.
You gotta
exactly.
pay it back. You
Yeah.
know, it's a loan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta be smart with these financial movements.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having stuff. The Bible warns us in it's Luke chapter 12-14 to take care, protect yourself against the least bit of greed, because life isn't defined by what you have, even if you have a lot.
Even if you have a lot.
So,
Matthew 6:21 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." My heart is number one with the Father, my spiritual father, God. My heart is also with my family. The treasure that I have, it can't be measured by material things or the size of my wallet. My treasure is found in the smiles on my children's faces, in the hugs that I get from my wife, from the fond memories that we get to build as a family. I get to keep those for the rest of my life. You can't put a price tag on that. You know what I mean? When you look back over your life and you get to say, I remember in 19, whatever the case, and yeah, I said 19 with all these kids running around talking about, you were born in 19? Watch them out. What I'm saying is, you get to
old
look.
now.
I'm a veteran.
You're a veteran.
Yeah,
You're not old.
I'm not old.
Okay.
I'm a veteran.
Oh,
You understand what I'm
okay.
saying? I'm a seasoned
That's
vet.
a nice way to put it, though.
You know what I mean? I got experience. That's what that means. You know what I'm talking about? But I get to look back on those experiences, and I get to say these are fond memories,
Yeah.
right? And if you don't have fond memories, you can start creating them now. You know, it's not about the Jordans and the big old diamond ring. You know, I'm all about getting my wife that kind of stuff because I want her to have that. She's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Give me a house and we're good.
Yeah.
Working on it. But it's okay to do that for your spouse and show them that kind of love if and when you have it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you don't have it. You can still show them love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure can.
That's the gift that keeps on giving. That's the stuff that I get to say I'm never going to lose my home over showing that kind of love, especially during the holidays.
Right. I like that you said that because one of the things that's really, really important is building and maintaining strong family unit. You have to be intentional about it. You have to make it a priority. Give it your time and your attention. But there are some people that don't have family members that'll talk to them, or don't have family members that want to be around or want to have a relationship. And here's what you do, and I'm talking from experience. You love them.
That's all you can do.
You love them. Especially if even if you've done something that has maybe caused them to not want to be around you or not, want to be a part of your life. If God is changing you, just know that God is going to restore. God is going to restore that relationship. Keep praying for them. Keep loving them. If they don't answer your phone calls or text messages, keep loving them. Keep texting love. keep showing them love, because one day they will come around. And when you're, we've been taught that when you're praying for someone, it builds an intimacy towards them, even though you're not maybe speaking to them. God is showing you how to love them even in their absence. So if you got a family member, a brother or sister, or anyone that's in your family that is not wanting to speak to you, continue to love them. Don't condemn yourself. Don't, get frustrated with yourself on it. Forgive yourself. That's number one. Forgive yourself and walk in the righteousness that God has given you by you changing your life. There's a scripture in John chapter 15, verse 12. It says, "My command is this: love each other as I have loved you." God didn't wait for us to love him. And we're supposed to be examples of God's love.
Sure.
So what we're to do, and it's not an ask, it says, "My command is love each other." My command is love each other.
Do it.
Do it. Love them. Love them. Even if you're not getting that, in return, love them. Be intentional. We don't get to choose love. We're commanded to love. So don't lose your family this year for the holidays. Be intentional. Love them, because it's all love.
I like what Apostle said a while back, and he was like, you don't have to, you get to. I don't have to love you, but I get to love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's in the way you bring it. It's your mentality. It's the changing of your mind. It's the changing of your heart. I don't have to buy you anything. I get to buy you. You know what I mean? I don't have to spend time with you. I get to spend time with you. And spending time with me, I know that's one of your favorite things to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
because
it is.
I'm that guy. You know what I mean?
You are that guy.
No, I'm joking. No, but I treasure the times that we get to spend with each other now more than ever, because we bonded. We're growing. We're still growing. We haven't learned everything, but our testimony continues to be a blessing, and we're moving in the right way. So I absolutely love the time that we get to spend. I look forward to the time that we get to have on our Christmas break. I look forward to the food. I am not cooking for your sister. I'm just putting that out there. But I will cook for Mom. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's got it. Told her I was gonna do it. She's got it. Yep. Gonna do it. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close this one out.
You know you're gonna get a call or a text or a
Hey,
carrier pigeon.
that's
or something.
fine.
And then they're gonna thump you on your forehead.
Listen. My sister doesn't have to call me. She gets to call me.
You know
Yeah,
what?
you know what I'm saying?
Really?
It's just, you just got to look at it differently. That's all that is. Listen, that's
They
our.
don't have to. They get to share the love.
Sure.
Good segue.
Right. Cool.
Because you don't get in trouble. You keep
I'm
talking.
totally gonna get in trouble. But that's our time. We just wanted to be a blessing with this love of soul. Don't lose your home over craziness. Don't lose your home over silliness. Don't lose your home over frustration. Don't lose your home, period.
Yeah.
Coming home for the holidays is one of the best things you could possibly do. And being home, sound mind, body, spirit, all of that makes it even more enjoyable. And Tina stole my thunder when we talk about shared love. That's my line.
I know.
No, you can't
But
do
I was
that.
trying to get you out of hot water.
No, I mean, I'm
You-
swimming in
you-
it. Let's
you
go.
was
Deep
boiling.
in. That's okay. Let's go.
You
Deep
were
in. Let's do
boiling.
it. So, as my wife so elegantly said, y'all don't have to share the love, but you get to share the love by going to our YouTube channel. It's all got me all tongue tied and everything because I'm in hot water. By going to our YouTube page at It's All Love 109, or following us on Facebook and Twitter by going to It's All Love 109. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. If you want to talk about who was funnier in this Love or So, please do. Be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? Just the water's warm over here. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun in this here water. I'm treading it really well. But go ahead, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about it. Tina, if you can go ahead and pray us out, if you don't mind, please.
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to leave so much dead space.
We pray that you've been blessed by what you've heard today and were able to see the love in the middle of it all. We pray that the love shown to all of us by Jesus, you're able to show that same love to your spouse, knowing that you can love them because he first loved you.
I am the Monopoly champ. Last person to win. Me. This guy. I did that. I won.
We're still alive.
I know. That's why they had to hear it.
No, they don't have to hear it.
Remember, with you, your spouse, and
Y'all pray
God,
for me.
all on the same team. It's all love. Now y'all go out there and y'all have some fun. We're gonna have some discussions. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but you ain't gotta look at me like that.
We can terminate that attitude.
Well,
'Cause we'll
see
be
ya.
back.
See ya.
Next
No,
Saturday.
that's not gonna.
We'll
cut.
be back.
Cut. Cut. We're done.